When I went in, there weren't too many women. All the women seemed to be put into office work. And when they give you the aptitude test, they know where the office to put you. And they said my score was so high that they, we can't waste this. I mean, this is genius. I'm not kidding. Anyway, they said we got to send her to radio mechanic school. And of course, the guys, at that time resented it, but I had the best company commander, and he had them all on the flight line. And I was standing there, and he says, "You would treat her like your sister, otherwise you have to put up with me." Because I would fix the radios in the bombers, the troop planes, the C-124s, all kinds of big planes. I put up with a lot of macho men, and I had to prove myself. So, I was very careful that I didn't make mistakes in my work, and that I was willing to help them. And they couldn't believe that, I could be a buddy. And I waited for my fiancé. He was in college, and as soon as he graduated from college, they drafted him.
I was drafted, like my wife said. I was going to college at the time, and I got about 3 deferments while she snuck off and joined the Air Force. She made me very proud of her. And Kathy indicated that she would like to have Tina within the Women's Memorial. And of course, she didn't know. So when we took her inside, then she was on the video, which means that she will be there forever. That's what
Oh my God!
We did make it for you.
How beautiful! Wow! Wow! Thank you! Oh my God! Shocked! I'm really shocked. I screamed out loud. So that was the most beautiful, beautiful thing.
And my very first assignment was in Vietnam, which we didn't know simply because this was 55. But because of the secret nature of the mission, I would not be able to wear my uniform, which I was proud to do, but I had to enter the country in civilian clothes. And I worked with the RV, which is the Vietnamese forces. I was primarily helping them deal with their optical equipment and how to maintain it. I was exposed to things that maybe at the time were dangerous, but I didn't realize that because when you're young, you just manage to overcome everything and never wonder about the dangers that you're being exposed to. They allowed me to wear my uniform when I went to the field because otherwise, if I was in civilian clothes, they could accuse me of being a spy and dispatch me. I found the Vietnamese people to be wonderful, wonderful people. I wasn't customized to the type of food that they ate. They brought me a plate of pigeon heads cut vertically, and I'm looking at the pigeon heads' eyes, and that was what they were feeding me, and they were looking at me because I was the only one that was a Caucasian, and they would watch you no matter what you did. So I said, how do I not insult them? So I ate pigeon heads, I arrived in Okinawa, and I discovered that there was a procedure to get your family to come over there with you. Within 2 weeks that I arrived in Okinawa, they were with me, and it was Christmas. So why don't you tell them about the...
I'm not a good storyteller.
Yeah, you're doing fine, darling, because you remember you described how I
the coat hangers. He made Christmas tree, and he had piles of Campbell's soup, for making dinner. The thought was there, and we loved it. That was one of the best Christmases we ever had, and we had nothing, absolutely nothing but ourselves, the family. I'm the idiot with the timers, 2 timers, and I want to say, I apologize, guys. To me, Richard, didn't I act like a nut? I'm going, who's got the timers going? Turn them off. One would go off and then stop, and then the other one would go on, and they were so loud, weren't they?
On the airplane, but
yeah,
they made the sound that you didn't know where it was coming from.
Yeah, and from way back in the airplane, because we were in the front, and he was right on.
And Christy, the person who was assigned to us, we were
the
all
guardian
trying to
angel.
listen. And of course, how long was the time between? 10
between
minutes or so?
It was going all the time.
But all of a sudden, from no place, on an aircraft, You hear,
I mean, beep, beep, I mean, really, really loud. New batteries in there, and both of them, you know. So it was.
we were looking to see what we could think of anybody that was dumb enough to have that going off, and we just were annoyed. So we just waited. It stopped, right?
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, it come back on
I
again.
mean, loud.
Yeah, but we didn't know what it was, and it wasn't her.
But Richard, thank everybody for the work they do. I mean, the volunteers.
Certainly. I mean, the staff here,
Yeah.
including the photographer.
Yes, absolutely.
It's so dedicated to the job, and they're so professional.
Yes.
And I don't know if they're getting paid or not, but the reward that they receive, that we can grant to them, is excellent, because there was never a happier 3-day excursion.
Yes.
Even though it's exhausting and trying, and I've got a wife who annoys me. It's wonderful. The staff, to me, collectively, Kathy, I know I give a lot of credit to her simply because the leaders are the ones that cause these to happen. But it's the staff that actually does the job.
Yeah.
And we had Elaine and Chrissy.
Yeah. Everybody, in the background, they're quiet and they do it and they get no thanks. I'm going to say thank you and God bless you all.